Guys, we are back. We're doing lines every week before the NFL weekend. We're actually recording Thursday night, September 4th, as Dallas takes on the Philadelphia Eagles. Weather delay. There's still 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter to give you an idea of what time we're recording. So pretty exciting game so far. It started with a bang. You had one guy go out who went out in week 11 or 12 last year with the season ending injury, and he goes out like Aaron Rodgers style within seconds of the first game of the year. Pretty depressing. Grabbed his leg right away, and then seconds later, you get the Dallas Cowboys star defensive guy spitting in someone's face, and that was a big loogie, man. That was humongous. If you guys saw the replay, it was pretty impressive. So
Well, it was Philadelphia Eagles, not Cowboys.
My
Eagles
bad.
defensive tackle Jalen Carter spitting in Dak Prescott's face. But yes, the socials were flying. Great camera coverage of the loogie by NBC on that. So props.
It was beautiful.
The Seinfeld spitting incident of the infamous Keith Hernandez episode was all over social media. So if you,
was it already?
It was all over. So if you are a big Seinfeld fan like I am, that's just a perfect reference in that point. So we got to get Kramer and Newman doing the loogie reenactment like the JFK movie from back in the 90s. So. But I was already flying. So great start to the season. I'll be honest, boys, I didn't see the start of the game. And then all of a sudden, my phone is blown up from 9 different text threads of, wow, what the F? Da-da-da, like text after text. I'm like, all right, what the hell happened? And then, it was just somebody spitting in someone's face.
That's funny.
Yeah, well, during that weather delay, they kind of showed a little more how the interaction began. But, Dak basically spitting on the ground, but like at the feet of Carter, kind of got him worked up. He kind of went over to Dak and said, "You do that to me? You doing that to me? I'm going to show you." And he gave him one right there to the old good face chest and pointed to the referee like a good quarterback does. Looks to the referee for those flags, and the referee's like, "I'm right here, dude. I got to throw it and throw you out of the game." So there you go.
Why do you have to get thrown out of the game? That seems like a little too excessive for a little loogie. They're really cracking down, huh?
I don't know. I think
it's always been an automatic ejection.
Yeah, spitting's one of those things, man. All the vile things that happen in a football game, but I think there's a respect type of thing in that that's just crossing the line.
It's like, I think there was a guy, maybe he was in the NFL or college. It's like you can't spit and you can't give a wet willy to a guy. You can't do anything crazy like that or you're gone. It's an automatic ejection. Any saliva hitting another man and it's you're done. You're gone.
It's very disrespectful, man.
Yeah.
Every time I see someone do it in person, I've only seen it a handful of times, but fists are flying.
Yeah.
I would have thrown out some hands. All right, so we're obviously not doing lines for this game, but we were talking about it before we hit record. Which way were you leaning on this game before it started, Aaron?
I was leaning Cowboys +8. I mean, it even gotten to like 9. I mean, Originally, I think, Rome, when we were in Vegas, it was at 6.5. Then Micah Parsons got traded, and this line kind of just skyrocketed. Figured it would be a close game, given that the Eagles are breaking in a lot of new pieces on defense. We're already seeing their secondary is kind of struggling in this game. Dak's looking pretty good. Dallas got the run game going, and then obviously with Carter getting ejected, that if you're back in the Cowboys, you have to like that even more. Tough fumble there towards the end of the third quarter before the weather delay because the Cowboys were getting ready to go and score, it looked like. And, we'll see. Maybe the Eagles end up finishing the cover on this one, but I was leaning towards Dallas +8. And with you, Rome, I would probably lean towards the under as well. We still might actually get both of those the way this game's going right now.
Well, the reason why I would have been under is just because I don't know what to expect from the Cowboys offense. Even though I forgot, dude, they actually loaded some weapons there. And Eagles, Super Bowl hangover. These teams usually come out a little bit slow. So, that was my reason for it. Jaeson, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I would have went Philly -8 on this game too, because just the overall Dallas offseason, and especially, the Parsons trade, and not knowing what you're going to get from this defense. The other thing, you got Matt Eberflus sitting on the sideline there for the Dallas defensive coordinator. I think Bears Twitter going wild over the shots of Eberflus on the sideline. So I think that's a reason of his own to just take Philadelphia in this and know this team's about to give up a ton of points. So, but yeah, very surprising start with Dallas. But I guess like last year kind of I don't know if it's a bump in the road for what had been a good Dallas run with Dak and CD and everything they've done offensively. So, you maybe aren't as surprised because, hey, we know this team could score points and they got the athletes there. It was just now can they stop it? And then the running game being so suspect as they really haven't found the answer in the running game. Maybe have found the temporary answer, Javonte Williams in this game. We'll see. He's got 2 TDs. And it kept up, keeping pace with Philadelphia throughout the game. But I would have taken Philadelphia. I just think, class of the NFC as we've gone into here so far. And Dallas, a lot of people, thought this was going to, hey, this is like a 5-win team or something like that, not knowing what you're going to get. And it's a one and done for Schottenheimer. But
people are jumping off quick.
So, but we'll see. I mean, good showings thus far. But up 4. Eagles driving right now. I think you're still standing in a good place where they still cover the 8.
Most definitely. So you guys ready? Guys ready to do some lines? That's our first one of the 2025 season. I kind of like doing it on.
I think I'm a little ahead of you, but we got a big 4th down coming up here.
I'm on 4th down as well. But wait a minute, Aaron. You're always like 10 seconds ahead. Just
I'll wait.
Keep your mouth shut.
I don't think they're going to go for it.
How many seconds you got right now on the clock?
7:30.
Dude, you're 7 seconds ahead.
Nah, I'm on the same with you, Rom. All right, so I'm on stream.
Well, we're on
streaming
YouTube.
Versus
Aaron's a heads up. It was a false delay of game, so they're going to be punting it away here,
dude. All right. Thanks, Aaron. You're like the kid who can't keep a secret about the Christmas present.
They didn't run a play, so there was really no drama there.
No,
but I got a 7-second lead on you, so I'll let you know.
7-second lead, yeah. All right, let's do some lines. I'm going to keep track on this little yellow notepad, courtesy of Aaron Toller, the official notepad of Source from the Sofa. I wrote Raj on top. That's how I kept track of our college football and over-unders before the season as well.
I still like to meet this guy, Raj. Supposedly he's the money guy, but I've yet to meet him or receive a cent from him. Just saying.
Raj,
just saying,
he's in
Raj,
the hummus
just
business.
Saying. Just saying.
Raj is in the hummus business. Falafels.
I'll be honest, Aaron. I'm not trusting Rome on his accounting here, so I'm gonna take a secondary documentation here on the old Excel spreadsheet while we record here, just to keep it on the up and up, because I don't want to
share.
I just don't want to hear like this was stay away, or that this didn't count.
I'm staying away.
Like, I didn't do the research and blah blah whatever is.
You guys screwed me on that first pick. You guys screwed me on the first college football pick. Whatever. I should not.
Aaron sends the message out. Hey, come prepared with your 2 picks to the pod. You are surprised that we have to do it, and then how do we? I own up to the loss on mine. Aaron had 2 losses himself. Take your L, Rom.
All right.
Let's get
it going, dude. Assholes. First game, we got Chiefs and Chargers. That is tomorrow, Friday night. Over under 46.5. I'm writing down the over unders on here, and then I'm just going to write your team. And if you're taking the points, or if you're doing straight up, I'm not sure how you guys want to do it. I think we did more last week.
It's always points, Rome.
Everything against
it's
the
always
spread.
Points. Not really. We don't really care about over unders. If you like a side on that, that's fine. But you got to choose a side on the spread. So yeah.
I like taking the money line.
There's no money line here.
I love a money line too on these 8-point favorite teams.
All right, Chiefs, Chargers. Who do you guys got?
I like Aaron's Chargers +3 down in Brazil for this game. Going to be goofy, obviously, with the travel down in Brazil. The field's always a little bit different. It seems like a Harbaugh running game type thing is going to go out. Chiefs they had all the luck on their side last year, but I think old Jim Harbaugh is going to come out with something here in this opener. I'm going to take you give me those points +3 for the Chargers.
I'm going to second that. I like the Chargers +3 as well. They got the Najee Harris, looks like he's good to go. They got the rookie running back that they drafted out of North Carolina, who obviously Bill Belichick and that squad misses. So yeah, I agree. I mean, the Chiefs, is Rice suspended for these opening games?
6 games.
6 games. So they're gonna miss him. Both teams have good preparation. I think the Chargers are gonna win this game outright too. But I'll take a +3. But I do like the Chargers to win this one as well.
Nice. I've been going back and forth on this because I don't know. I as you guys remember, I had the Chargers making some moves this year and going deep in the playoffs. But these first games overseas are really weird. I have a feeling Andy Reid is going to come through on this one with whatever resources he has. Some bullshit's going to happen. Chiefs magic. I do expect to falter down the season, but I'm leaning on the Chiefs on this one.
All right. Chiefs -3 for Rome. There you go.
All right, going on to Sunday, the 10 a.m. games. We have Steelers Jets set at 38 over under. Steelers favored by 3. Jaeson, go ahead.
Rome, I'm going to make you happy on this one because I think this is an Aaron Rodgers revenge game. If you're going to get the best Aaron Rodgers, it's going to be in week 1 right now. See what he can do with, DK Metcalf and all that they got around him. Probably the best offensive line he's had in here in a little while. They usually get a pretty good offensive line for this team. Hopefully lean back on the running game as we talked to in our season preview. How do we take some pressure off of Rodgers? The Jets, if you go back to our season preview, Aaron and I did not have the most optimism for the Jets this season. They got my guy Justin Fields behind center, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Give me the Steelers -3.
Agree. I'm going with the Steelers -3 as well. Aaron Rodgers revenge game sounded like, depending on who you talk to and who you listen to, he was interested in staying with the Jets. Aaron Glenn came in, put his fist down and said, get out of the building. This is the big game for Aaron Rodgers. Big game for the Steelers too. Tomlin, if they're going to be a playoff team, they cannot afford to blow games against teams that are lesser than them. Jets just lost their starting offensive guard going against one of the better defensive fronts in the NFL. Cam Hayward expected to play, according to Tomlin. I don't trust Fields. He hasn't looked great. Plus, the Steelers know him. They'll have some schemes set up for him. Give me the Steelers -3.
Nice. I'm also going to go on a limb here and go on the over as a side bet on this one. I think Steelers probably get 24 by themselves, and I expect the Jets to at least get a couple touchdowns. Next game, Dolphins, Colts.
So wait, Rome. So what's the side? You got the. Well, it sounds like he's got the Steelers. He just didn't want to say he's got the Steelers.
Yeah,
you got the Steelers -3.
Yeah, although, I think they win by like 4 points.
All right, that's fine.
So yeah, Dolphins, Colts, over under 46. Pick them.
It's a pick 'em, Rome. So if you want your money line game, this is the game where you can go money line right here. But I think a lot riding on this game. Miami, we talked about in the season preview. What is this team going to be? A pretty big test here early on in the season. The Colts, just one of those teams in a bad division that they think they're pretty good and they can compete. Daniel Jones at quarterback has shown some flashes, but just really never got off the ground in the Giants. Rome, you kept talking last year about Daniel Jones, like you're very impressed and things like that. You think you look bewildered. And you liked you some Daniel Jones last year. Aaron knows.
So did Aaron too. Aaron was jacking him off the whole fucking season.
I don't know about that, but
crazy.
Either way, I always like Miami in the beginning of the season, even though this is in Indianapolis, in the Dome. I think if you're going to get this offense back on track, I expect some scoring out of Miami in this one. And obviously their defense, we talked about their weakness in the secondary. They're signing guys off the street to play corner in Miami. Miami's got to come out of the gates on this one. I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
Rome, you said I love Daniel Jones. I don't, But I do love me some Danny Dimes on Sunday. Give me the Colts and a pick 'em at home. Shane Steichen, those guys, their defense is better. Their run game is better. I think they got the better coach too. They're better in every aspect. And a pick 'em at home. Give me the Colts and a pick 'em. I like the Colts here.
Before the Dolphins season derails, I actually got them winning this game. They got more talent. I don't trust Danny Dimes in the opener. And since the weather's going to be controlled inside, I think the Dolphins are going to show out. And since I'm coming out of retirement from fantasy football, I think I have a few guys on my team. I'm rooting for the Dolphins. So,
is it your team or is the computer's team since you were auto-drafted?
The computer that helped me. I went to go back and look at the draft. I had the 7th pick. That was my first pick.
And who'd you give it the 7th pick?
I got to pull it back up.
All right. That's fine.
Had to be Genty or Collins.
Genty wasn't until 14. It was my 2nd pick.
Okay, so it was Collins then.
Yeah.
No way Collins is going to the 3rd round.
Interesting. I think Steichen loses his job too at the end of the year. By the way,
that's Aaron's guy, man.
We'll see. Irsay's already gone, so we'll see if there's somebody with half a brain still left in that building.
Irsay, the GM, kind of admitting but not admitting that they messed up on Richardson.
They messed up on Richardson. I think they already know that.
The vibes are bad there. All right, Panthers.
You may see him come in and do like a little, tush push. I think he can be productive doing that.
Who?
Richardson.
I think his tush's already been pushed enough by being on the Colts. Panthers, Jags. 47 over under. Jags favored by 3.5. This is a tough game. Aaron, go first.
I'm going to go with the Jaguars here at home. Liam Cohen making his debut as a coach. Travis Hunter on offense. The two with the rookie offensive player of the year and Thomas. I like the Jaguars to get Liam Cohen his first win. I like him 3.5 here. I'm not buying in. Carolina, still a young team. We'll see what they got, but I'm going Jaguars 3.5 here.
Okay. Jay-Z.
Gonna agree with Aaron on this one. I think if you look at the matchups for Trevor Lawrence throughout the year, this is where he could shine. I don't think you've ever seen the best out of Trevor Lawrence. A lot of overrated talk and everything, but he's had some flashes. And I think this is the type of defense right now here in week 1 where it's a favorable matchup. And what Liam Cohen had got out of Baker Mayfield in Tampa Bay, a lot of the skill players around him. Brian Thomas was a breakout star last year. Other pieces around him. Do we see, the running game get going? If you look at what Liam Cohen did with Bucky Irving and other running backs there's just a lot to like in the Jacksonville offensive side. Who knows what Hunter does, as Aaron's talking through. Man, he could be playing 1 play, 2 plays, 10 plays. He's going to corner. I think they're keeping that a mystery, so it'll be interesting to how they use him. But Carolina, still a ton of question marks with Bryce Young and everything around. They do got talent in their building, but they're still a little bit away. I think Jacksonville comes out and they cover that 3.5.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Hunter. I think you're going to see Hunter mostly on offense. He's listed as, first team offense, second team defense, but you will see him. He's going to play both sides of the ball, and we'll see. Well, I think you're going to see we'll see if they try to get him involved or at least some quick screens, get him going. But I agree with Jason when he said, I think Trevor Lawrence under Liam Cohen, this is going to be his first offensive new kind of school guy. And I expect big things from the Jaguars in this game, and I like him. I like him by a touchdown.
I haven't watched a ton of the preseason stuff, but you talked with Hunter. I'm curious, as the splits that they do him from offense defense, and on defense, is he coming down in third down situations that they go into nickel or dime coverages and you're getting him on the field for a playmaker type stuff? On offense, is he just kind of all over the place and it's going to be how to find? I think there's a lot of creative things you can do with him, and be like a decoy, but also a playmaker at the same time. So that's something that Liam Cohen can really have some fun with, but also be a nightmare problem for you not knowing when the guy's on the field.
I would imagine him playing more on the first or second downs on defense, since you want your core guys on the third.
I think it's probably going to be more like Jason said, third down when they got 5 DBs or maybe 6 in the dime nickel packages.
I can see that.
Coming off the field, get a little breather. and then as the drive goes on, come out. But it might be one of those things where they rotate. Every team's got 3 to 5 corners active on game day, so we'll see. I expect him. I think he'll probably play about 75-80% of the offensive snaps, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's about 35 to 45% of the defensive snaps.
Nice. I'm trying to go back on who I had at the beginning of the season here. That's right. I had them both. Oof. Yeah, I'll go with you guys. Jaguars minus 3.5. I think it's going to be right at the 3 mark, though. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what you guys say are saying. I do like the Panthers to improve upon on last year. I do got them winning on the over for the season. So we'll see. But I think if there is a possibility, Panthers could upset on this one. But I'll go with you guys as well. Giants, Commanders. Commanders favored by 6. Over under is 45.5. Jaeson.
It's kind of an iffy game for me. I'll be honest with you. You love Washington in this game. Obviously, if we're copping out to Rome here, yeah, I'll take Washington money line if that's on the table. 6 points, quite a lot, but we haven't seen much from this Giants team under the Dayball era. They got the playmakers with Neighbors and, Tyrone Tracy, see what they do with Cam Scattaboo and some other pieces around it. But quarterback-wise, what's your boy Russ going to give us? Russ is starting, right? I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I didn't miss any news. Okay. So, what's he going to give us? He came out with some flashes mid-season, chucking the ball deep in when they bench Fields, and then kind of faded down the stretch where he's at. Washington, this is a team. The expectations are high in Washington for this Commanders team. They're talking, hey, this is where they take the step year. Can they get past the Eagles? Can they get to the Super Bowl? 6 points is an awful lot. I'm hemming and hawing back and forth, but I'm going to take the Commanders to cover that 6.
I've been going back and forth on this game too. I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to take the Giants plus 6. It's a lot of points in a divisional game. Giants got a good defense. Russ, I don't trust him as the year goes on, but like Jaeson noted, he's good early. I think he'll be okay the first month. I think he'll be okay in this spot. They've got some, Tracy, Neighbors. They got some offensive weapons. Brian Dable's a really good coach, just hasn't been given a real fair slate there with the Giants. They're going to cover this one. I think Jaden Daniels leads Washington late for a comeback win. Give me the Commanders to win 26-23 over the Giants.
26-23. Nice. I think this is going over, way over. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think Russ is going to at least show us at least 1 or 2 nice deep balls, 40 yards plus. He's going to show out. They do got some weapons, Scatterbo, as you guys mentioned. Commanders allegedly had one of the worst offensive lines last year. We were talking shit on them. They actually did pretty decent. They showed up.
They upgraded it.
They upgraded a little bit. Defense is still rated shit, but they did pretty decent last year as well. The problem is, though, their schedule is a lot tougher than it was last year. So even though I do expect them to see good success kicking off, I agree with Aaron. I think it's going to be a close game, and Commanders barely ink it out with a game-winning touchdown towards the end to win by 3 or 4 points. So I got the Giants with the points. Next game, Bengals at the Browns, over under 48. Man, I would already had 2 stay away games.
We know you, Rome. You have like 5 a week.
No, I have at least 3. There's at least 3 stay away games.
I think Jason's got you noted for about 4.5 to 5 a week. The over/under listed at 4.5.
Well, so far he's forced to, in 2025. There's no staying away. Pick a side.
You guys are shit, dude. You guys are shit. Bengals Browns 48 over under. Bengals favored by 5 on the road. Jaeson.
Cincinnati was a team in year 1 of the podcast. I think we declared them dead for about 8 straight weeks. Yeah, you're pointing at me, Rome. It was me. I think it was
you
Aaron.
Guys.
I was on that train too.
Yeah,
I was.
We were right. We were right. We were still right.
They were dead. It was just like they just
they had
it
a
was
pulse. They did have a pulse.
It was the Undertaker. After you just giving him chair shot after chair shot, and he somehow sits up at the end last season, but just couldn't take it. And then we hit him with the buried alive. But Cincinnati knows in this they got to come out to a hot start. The schedule's never going to be easy. Aaron and I think we both pick them second in the division. I'm trying to remember on this. I know
year?
I had the Ravens. Yeah, I think I had the Ravens.
Yeah, we've got Ravens, Bengals. Yes.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure both of us picked it. But I do think they need to come onto a hot start. They dropped the ball in the opener, right? Didn't last year
they lost to the Patriots,
which was unbecoming. But this offense was just insane last year. The defense, I don't know if you could say the defense is much better or any better to a degree. I think so. Joe Burrow may not have to put up some Madden numbers still this year for them to go in there. But this Cleveland team, man, we're just all sorts of questions. Flacco's at quarterback. I think the difference in the game is where you get from a Joe Flacco. He's going to throw 4 TDs, but he's probably also going to throw 2 picks. And I think Burrow is able to get the ball up and down and not be as careless with the ball. Again, a lot of points in this game, too. Probably not the best sound betting advice, the amount of favorites I'm taking in this, but I'm going to like Cincinnati -5.
I've gone back and forth. Initially, when the line came out about a week or two, I was on the Browns. I've switched over to the Bengals. I have no confidence in their defense. It looked even worse in preseason than it did last year. Al Golden's, the group there that they have is not great. They can't cover anybody. And Cleveland's got decent weapons. Stefanski's got a good offensive game plan. I'm worried. This defense for the Browns, they've had good success against the Bengals. They usually split every year 1-1. This is a tight game, but I'm going to go Joe Burrow hits Jamar Chase late, and the Bengals cover. I'm going to go Bengals -5.
Nice. We all know the history of Cincinnati, how they come out flat every single year, lose their first 2 or 3 games, 3 or 4. I think this year's gonna be different. We have head coaching jobs on the line. We have legacies on the line. Everyone got paid with the Bengals. I think they went big here with Cleveland. Aaron just shrugged because he's like seconds ahead. Oh my God. It was so close on that deep pass. Dallas has looked pretty decent, actually. They're looking pretty good in this game. I got the Bengals just like you guys. -5. Next game. So what happened? Like the Eagles just turned it over, right?
Lamb dropped 2 passes. I'm not sure if this one hit him in the breadbasket.
He
dropped the last one he should have caught.
But he's in the air though. He's Superman on this one.
The one before he should have caught.
Nice throw though.
Yeah, Dak's looking good.
Dak's looking good.
He's lost about 15 pounds. He
just a tad bit too much.
You got to catch one of those last 2 though.
I mean, this is the interesting part here. They got 3 timeouts. The Saquon break one to ice the over and cover. That's the real question here. This was something he would do last year a lot. Philly would cover late. So we'll see. Bad beats could be coming for some people.
God damn it. All right. Next
focus.
Game. Yeah, focus, guys. Over under 44 for the Raiders and Patriots. Game of the week, people. Game of the week. Patriots favored.
This is your game of the week?
By 2.5. I think it's going to be a pretty exciting game, actually. I'm actually looking forward to it.
I am too.
Because although I do like my Steelers and I want them to play the Jets, I'm not looking forward to that game. I'm not going to be looking forward to a lot of games with the Steelers. I'm going to be shitting my brains out. But Raiders, Patriots sounds like fun. Got Drake May. They see the next Tom Brady over there in New England. You got the Raiders revamped with their grandpa coach. And what's his face? Just retired today.
Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
After you got signed, a week ago?
Yeah. It's he was with the team for like 1 week. He's like, fuck this. I'm out of here.
I'm done, man. Training camp, 1 week is, I came late and it still was too much.
Yeah. And he was on socials like, I have a lot left in the tank with no enthusiasm too. I'm like, I'm not really buying it, and then just retires a week later.
We've all been there where we kind of lied to ourselves for a day or two, slept it off, and said, you know what, this just ain't for me.
Every day I go to my restaurant job at this current place because that place is a dump. That's what I tell myself. I'll go first on this one. I like the Patriots. They're my sneaky pick to make it to the playoffs. Like my long shot odds. I think they'll come out swinging. They're going to look good with a new coach. Guaranteed plus 3 to 4 wins. Improvement from last year. Raiders should be exciting, just not enough gas in the tank yet. But it should be a fun one.
Aaron, you were really excited about this one too, man. What you got?
I am excited about this one. I'm going to disagree with Rome. I'm going with the Raiders, getting 2.5 here. Veteran quarterback, veteran coaching staff, Chip Kelly coming over. They got better weapons on offense. They just got better players. The better players, better coaches overall, more veteran leadership, getting points. Give me the Raiders. They win this game.
I am going to agree with Aaron on that. I think the one thing when you get a new coach and quarterback coming to an organization, you generally don't get a coach quarterback pairing that has already been together. And so when you come into Geno with Pete, reuniting from Seattle, understanding where the offense is at, some weapons and Bowers, and you got Genty in the running game, and just think of the defensive line that's been, with Crosby and everything for the Raiders. The Patriots are going to be better this year. I just think Vrabel needs a little more time, but I agree with you guys. Could be an exciting game here, but I'm going to take the Raiders plus 2.5 as well.
Yeah, the wild card room, like you said, Drake May. Like, I don't know what we're going to get from Drake May. I mean, we saw some flashes. Is he taking his team to the next step? If he does, maybe he can rally them late. But with Jaeson and I, veteran quarterback, they've been here. They kept the same defensive coordinator. Chip Kelly coming over. Genty, I say he gets a touchdown. Bet that on a prop bet. Yes, Genty touchdown. I'm all for it. Bowers, 8 to 10 catches. Raiders here, the better team, better squad, better players, getting points. Got to take them here in week 1.
Disagree that they have better players and a better team, but okay, interesting. Cardinals, Saints, our last morning game. Oh no, we have one more after that. Cardinals favored by 6.5, over under 43.5. Jaeson.
6 is a point. I don't want to repeat the same thing I did last year because I thought the Saints were trash last year, and then they came out in the first week of the season.
2-0,
looking
scored 90 points the first 2 games of the year.
Right, and then I don't think they scored any more points the rest of the season. But does Spencer Rattler name the starter for this team right now? Is that who decided who the quarterback is?
0-6 career as a starter.
Yes, he's going to maintain 0-7 and 6.5 while high. I don't even know how they score, 7 points in this game. So give me the Cardinals minus 6.5.
Yeah, traditionally it's not good to take a 7-point, basically 7-point road favorite, but I'm going to agree here. I mean, Cardinals, 30-year staff. The time them, honestly, I don't know. We talked about it. The Cardinals are kind of that sneaky team that I think that can make the playoffs in that division.
We did talk about it.
They were there last year. They lost a tough game late at SoFi. Finished 8-9. The Saints, I don't like anything on their staff really. I don't like their DC. I don't like their OC. I don't like their personnel. I don't like their quarterbacks. This could be a long year in New Orleans. They may only win 2 or 3 games. I'm taking the Cardinals here. They'll win by at least 7 or more.
I agree. I like the weapons on the Cardinals as much as Kyler Murray.
Wow,
that's a win right there. That's a win right there, Rome.
Slowing down here. He is one day a Pro Bowl looking quarterback. One day he looks lost in the sauce. But this is year 2 of Harrison Jr. They got a hell of a running back and James over there as well, who's also my fantasy team. So I think they're coming out swinging. Saints, I have no reason to think that they're going to keep it close. Not yet, especially with that quarterback. So I think the Cardinals actually win big here, at least by 10 points. Last morning game on Sunday, Bucks and Falcons. Bucks favored by 2 points. The over-under is 47. Aaron.
Big divisional game here. Big divisional game. Start the season. Penix making his first start of a new, fresh season. New coordinator for the OC there for Tampa. I like what Tampa's doing. I'm high on Tampa Bay this year. They go to Atlanta. They get the win. Give me the Buccaneers -2. I like the run game. I like the wide receiver options they got. Bringing in the rookie from Ohio State. And their defense. Major upgrades for the defense as well. I like the Bucs -2. Over Atlanta.
Yep,
Jay.
I agree I agree with Aaron. Penix, got a little bit of experience last year, but not a ton. I was waiting for the Falcons to break away last year the entire year. I still think they got enough talent to get it together. If they anchor a little more to Bijan, as we were kind of calling out a ton of last year to get the ball to Bijan. But, Penix versus Baker. Baker's been great. Still got Evans, Bucky Irving, great running back to complement, to take some pressure off of Baker. This was a really good team last year, and like Aaron said, a lot to like about the coaching staff and what they've done over there overall. Give me the Buccaneers as well.
Clean sweep, guys. Yeah, I think Bucks are going to come out swinging, so I agree with y'all. Afternoon games, Titans and Broncos. Broncos favored by 8.5, 42.5 over under. Jaeson.
Man, Aaron, you got me back. Aaron sold me on Sean Payton and Bo Nix right now. Rome's shaking his head. 8.5's a lot of points, though. Tennessee, this is gonna be a bad week for me. I'm just feeling it right now. But I don't like Tennessee that much, and I really think Sean Payton has got something going on here. I think Bo Nix is gonna have a really great season this year. What are we doing here, Rome? Okay.
Hey, Rome, you need two hands, bro. You need two hands for me, bro. Get it right. Get it right.
I just really like what Sean Payton's done so far with this team, and I think it's a lot of points to cover, but this Tennessee team is still finding its footing and doesn't have the pieces kind of all. I think Calvin Ridley for Cam Ward's about all, they can kind of rely on right now offensively. Tennessee's always historically struggled on offense. It's a lot of points. But if you're gonna, it might be a stay away game if we play by the Rome rules of 2024. But we're in 2025 right now, and you must take a side. So I will maintain my streak. I'll take the favorite. I'll take the Broncos minus 8.5.
Rome, I'm in the Circus Survivor. The Denver Broncos are my Circus Survivor pick this week. And yes, they are going to cover the 8.5 as well. Huge mismatch in coaching. Sean Payton against Brian Callahan. Are you kidding me? I like Cam Ward. I think he's going to have flashes even in this game, but throughout the rookie year. But Bo Nix, this offense, they got a top 5 defense. And I love me some Sean Payton and Bo Nix. Huge mismatch in this game. Plus, it's at home. The Broncos do not lose at home in September. Their record, even before Payton got there, even when their teams weren't very good, was still way above 500.
Still solid.
Broncos, 8.5, win all day. Give me that.
Nice. As you guys know, rookie quarterbacks typically don't win week 1. I think Caleb broke that streak last year, right? Is that what happened?
He didn't look good in week 1. He didn't look quick.
Yeah, he got lucky.
Will Levis for that one.
I wish we could do like a replay of a clip, because I was listening to it the other day. Jaeson was like all in our face about it too. Didn't want to hear about whether you played good or not. They just got the W. So
a win is a win, Rome.
A win is a win. I do like Cam Ward. This would be a stay away just because I wouldn't be sure what to expect with such a young team from the Titans and then the Broncos. They're loaded on defense. They're loaded on offense. Bo Nix is on my fantasy team as well. So over under is really intriguing. I'm leaning over on that one too. Do you think like the Broncos get like a couple defensive touchdowns plus offense is rolling? They kind of take the pedals back in the fourth quarter if they got this thing under control. Who knows? But I'm with you guys. It's just 8.5 is just a lot. So I'm hoping it's a blowout.
So I'm sorry, you got Denver 8.5 with us?
Yeah. Okay. All right. 49ers Seahawks. 49ers favored by 2.5 up in Seattle. If you guys have not seen, Seattle has undercover cops dressing up as Seattle fans this weekend to catch all the rowdy 49er fans and put them in jail this weekend. It's making rounds on social media. If you guys don't not know, 49er fans, Raiders got a bad rap, but 49er fans, they think they're better than everyone, and they're fucking trashy. So hope I don't offend any 49er fans as they listen to the pod, but you guys know you guys have a bad rap. Just like the Giants fans, you guys throw batteries at my Dodgers. So just want to spread the word here. That's what's happening up in Seattle. But I got 49ers winning comfortably. Brock Purdy making a big push for whatever year this is, for like an MVP type caliber season up in San Francisco and vying for I have them like in a top 3 seed in that conference. So Niners get the victory.
I was feeling more confident about this game, I'll say more than 4 or 5 hours ago, until I get an update that out of nowhere Christian McCaffrey's questionable with an injury to his calf again. And you already got Ayuk out, and you're putting a lot more on Purdy. And they made the trade for Brian Robinson, and maybe that was the more obvious thing about what you're going to get from McCaffrey at a certain point. Seattle, what are we going to trust in their quarterback situation? No Justin Jefferson on this team to throw to. Running game, they do got 2 good, solid running backs. What's the lean on Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet? So it's close for me, but I think the Niners, I'm going to edge giving from Purdy's standpoint what he's been able to do. I'll take -2.5 on the 49ers.
I'm going to agree with you guys. I like the 49ers here, 2.5. I think Shanahan, given the offseason, he'll come up with a good game plan here. George Kittle's traditionally had great games against Seattle up there. Run game, McCaffrey, whether or not he plays or not, they got, Robinson, like you mentioned. I think they've got a good connection with the young wideouts they have. And this defense, Robert Sala's back. I think that's a big, big boost for these guys. I don't trust Sam Darnold. He doesn't really have any wide receivers there that have really experienced. DK's gone. Tough spot here, but I like the 49ers to win this one. I'll say they win by like 5 points.
What's gives the Seahawks a fighting chance? So they did shore up some stuff on defense, and this is year 2 underneath their coach. They looked pretty solid for most of the year last year. Me and Aaron were up on them. You got to appreciate that continuity, I guess. But 49ers had a down year. They're coming back. Lions, Packers. Aaron's team favored by 2.5 with the newly acquired Micah Parsons. Or if you're
Michael, if you're
Michael,
Jerry
yeah, I was gonna
Jones.
say if you're Jerry Jones, Michael getting corrected by his own staff. Michael, I spoke to Michael,
and I had a deal done.
Now, I don't know if we have time to go into like what you think about this, Aaron. But I don't know if we've talked a lot about Parsons going the Pack. Have we?
I don't know. Maybe we did at midnight one of these shows. I really can't remember.
Yeah. Over under 47 though. We'll let you go first and give us your 2 cents on the new acquisition.
Well, Rome, I'm going to pull a shocker. I like the Lions here, and I like the Lions in an upset to win outright. Everybody's falling in love with the Packers here, and I think the Packers are going to be fine as the year goes on. But Jordan Love's missed a lot of preseason camp with the injury. Mike is not quite right. Alexander, one of their top corners, he's gone. He's gone to the AFC play for the Ravens. Detroit, don't really know what to expect. 2 new coordinators, but they still got great playmakers. I think they're going to have a few gimmick plays. They're going to get up for this game. Aiden Hutchinson coming back. I like Detroit in an upset at Lambeau Field, 24-23. 2.5 points is just too much here to disrespect to Detroit to start the season.
And I wish I would have went first because I really wanted to throw it at Aaron's face because as a Bears fan, I'm just really tired of all the Packers love on this. I don't know what Jordan Love has overall proved that he had a good half of the year, 2 years ago, but last year
saw 10 games.
We saw some flashes here and there. We get Parsons and I get every text under the sun about Parsons, destroying Caleb and everything about this Packers team, but overlooking what the Lions are, they are going to regress from last year. It was an incredible season last year. They lost both coordinators, but it's still a great, talented roster that they've built, and they know what to do. And I agree with Aaron. I think the Lions are getting disrespected as well. Give me the Lions.
This is also a huge public fade, too. When a lot of the public gamblers are on one team, it's best to go the other way. Everyone's going to be on Green Bay. Detroit's the play in the side in this one.
One thing about Parsons getting traded to Green Bay is, first of all, like Dallas didn't get shit back. You're getting 2 low first-round picks, and they got a player or 2 back, but nothing's guaranteed on what you're going to get in the draft. And plus, to find out that Parsons may need an epidural every week, like how bad is that injury? Like, not enough information has come out about that, so that'll be a really interesting story to follow along. You guys know I'm a Campbell guy. I'm a Lions guy. That might be my unofficial 3rd team. in the NFL. I got them winning comfortably in this one, um, at least by 4 points. Lions plus 2.5. Jason, you're about to say something, or
I was trying to think of like, okay, the Steelers were your first team. Like, I couldn't even remember who your second team was.
Is it the Bengals? I don't even know.
no? I grew up a 49er fan, so it's kind of like
Okay, I was gonna say San Francisco, but it feels like you just shade
But
everything.
you just shit on them like 30 seconds ago.
I do.
So.
Yeah,
And the city itself.
I'm not a big fan of their fans. When I moved up here, it kind of killed it for me. I was like, these fans suck. And the stadium sucks too. Levi Stadium's not that good. It's like an aluminum can.
That's where the Super Bowl's at this year, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
It's bad traffic going in. Like whoever planned the whole thing, like they hired the worst architecture, city planners. It's just a mess.
I've been to worse stadiums.
Have you?
Oh, like from traffic, Foxborough. It's like one road.
Foxborough's one way in.
It's one road in and out to Foxborough. So there's no other way to get in and out of Foxborough. It's one road in. So I went to that Monday night Bears Patriots game a couple years ago, and like I think I got home like at 2:33 in the morning or something like that.
Whew. That was like when me and Aaron went to that Ducks game. The 91 game.
The 91. Man. I don't even know what happened there.
I'll give Levi Stadium some credit. I went to the Bears Niners
last year.
We discussed in the last year we discussed in the pod. I do like the little club level, man. You get like the all you can eat food. They just got food out. You just get all you can eat food, solid views. So Rob, you might have liked
were you in the club level, Jason? Did they put you in the club? Okay, I mean, given that you guys had 9 yards in the first half of that game, Jason was stuffing his face because that was the only thing good going in that game.
I absolutely was. Yeah. We don't want to talk about it. I was just talking about the stadium, but yeah. It's a new year.
49er girl fans, though. That's another topic. That's a lot of fun too. Love those toxicas, as you may know. All right. Next game. I don't know how we went back to the 49ers on that one. Texans, Rams. Rams favored by 3 points. 44 over under for our last Sunday afternoon game. This would be a stay away for me. Just FYI, guys. This would definitely be a stay away. Jason, you go first.
I could see why you're stay away in this game. When I go into versus the Rams, I'm always thinking Sean McVay, probably the best coach in every matchup. Just figures out a way to get it done. Knows schematically where he's going. My question mark going into this season has really been Stafford. Like wanted to get traded. They maybe wanted to get rid of him. Is he healthy? They got some young guys in the defense, which is pretty solid. They get rid of Kupp, and now they're going, just with Nakua. Pretty good running back, but I would say he puts the ball on the ground a little bit in some key moments. It has been some questionable for the Rams. The Texans, a year ago, we're doing this pod, and I'm pretty sure Aaron was picking these guys to go to the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl, yeah.
So, they get tons of injuries last year. The offensive line was not, protecting the quarterback, which, really saw, him take a huge step backwards. But there's still a lot to like on this Texans team. And, D'Amico Ryan's he had a great first year. I think, injuries are going to happen in the NFL. How do you persevere? They still win the South. They still got a very winnable division. I'm going to take the Texans +3.
Oh, you took us through a loop, man.
I'm going to agree. I'm going Texans +3 as well. I mean, Stafford, that's a big question mark here. Where's his health? He didn't really practice at all. Did not in the preseason here. Just kind of showed up about a week and a half ago. Everyone says everything's good. We'll see. Texans, offensive line, 4 new faces. The offensive line was terrible last year. C.J. Stroud was third most sacked quarterback. That's why the Texans really did not take that leap that I thought, as you guys just said. I thought they were going to get to the Super Bowl. C.J. Stroud's one of the more elite quarterbacks, so if they can give him time and protect him, that'll be key. But we do know the Rams have a great defensive line front, led by Jared Verse, NFL Rookie of the Year defensive player. They've upgraded their secondary. Shula, his second year as defensive coordinator. Tank Dell out for the season. I just saw Christian Kirk is not going to play due to a hamstring. They picked up 2 young rookies to go with Nico Collins from Iowa State that are young and athletic. I'm going Texans +3, but honestly, I think this game's going to end in a push. I think either side's going to win by 3 points. I'm going to play it safe and take the +3. But I wouldn't be surprised if Texans win by 3 or Rams win by 3. But the safe side's the Texans +3.
Yeah, as I mentioned, this would be a stay away for me, just because Texans, lots of talent, lots of expectations. Rams, what's up with their quarterback? But that defense is loaded, and I do like all the new additions. I'm not as much on the McVay as you guys are, or Jaeson rather.
You need to get on that. You need to get on that.
I know you touted him a lot.
The guy is brilliant.
But because all the publicity has been really bad on the quarterback, and you guys know that I've got them, being third in that division, at the end of the year.
I think you had him fourth, Rome. I want to say you had him fourth, but I don't know. I think you had Arizona and Seattle ahead of them. I think you had the Rams fourth.
Check the legal pad.
I'm pretty sure.
This is kind of nice. Everything's all on one pad.
I'm pretty sure he has the Rams fourth. I could be wrong. Maybe it was Seattle, but maybe he had them tied. I don't remember. It was about midnight when we were talking about the NFC.
God, this is like a 90s legal drama with Rome just flipping these papers. Like
how many pages you been taking notes on, Rome? Well, we've only done like 2 shows since that NFL, maybe 3.
Dude, I mean, those were like 3. Well, those are like 3.5 hour shows we did till like 2 in the morning.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember he has them third or fourth. I think he had
my play calling pad. I could just pull us out throughout the whole year. I'm like, oh no, wait a minute.
All right, Kyle Shanahan, where's the one where you fumbled the bag? Let's go.
You're absolutely right, Aaron. I had him.
I knew it.
Third or fourth.
I knew it. I knew I didn't dreamt it.
I had him on under the 10.5 wins. I had them either third or fourth, leaning on 4 because I had the Cards being third. But I do have the Cards being over 8.5, so that's what how it ended up.
I'm pretty sure. I remember you had them fourth. It was kind of hard to remember at 1 a.m., but that's what I thought I heard.
Nice call, dude. Nice call. Yeah, I just think Rams gonna pull it out. They're gonna be like, look, Stafford's okay. Nothing to worry about, and then he breaks his arm the next game. But they're going to pull out the victory here. Everything's going to be okay in LA, at least for 1 week. But Texans, they'll be fine. I agree. This should be a push. I would not be surprised if Texas wins big. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams defense just bullies the Texans offense up and down the field, gets a few takeaways, which they did pretty well last year, and they win because of their defense, not so much as their offense.
I mean, I'm curious to see how Devontae Adams looks in this Rams offense. He's taking, Cooper Kupp's spot. Jason mentioned they got a good run game. Offensive line kind of came together once they got healthy. Rams got a good team, tough schedule. But again, it just comes down to the health of the quarterback. If he goes down, do you trust Jimmy G or Bennett, the backup?
I do trust Jimmy G.
There's a lot of people that don't in that state. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. All right. Second to last game, guys. We're almost there. I knew we were going to go over. Ravens and the Bills. Ravens favored by 1 point, over under 50.5. This would be another stay away game for me. But because I'm such a Bills guy, I'll take the Bills +1, no matter what, despite everything.
I would say if you're looking into the preview of the AFC Championship game, this would be my game right here. I think these are the 2 best teams in this division. I think the Bills, I know the Cowboys, they got their own documentary of being America's team. I think the Bills are the story that America wants right now. These people are crazy. These people are crazy in Buffalo, but everyone loves them. We're going to see dudes going through tables that are on fire and everything else going on in that parking lot. Me personally and Aaron talked about Josh Allen being the step of a franchise quarterback as the roster started to turn over, as aging skill players got older. But he makes the most out of his talent that's around him, and it makes them better. And that's the markings of a great quarterback. On the other side, Lamar Jackson, league MVP, making plays. But this is a coin flip. I understand why you're staying away, Rome. But I think the Bills, and I don't know when we're doing this, but the Bills are going to the Super Bowl this year, and it starts this Sunday night beating the Ravens.
All right. I love it.
I mean, Jason jumped the gun there. There is a Super Bowl team in this game, but it's not the Bills. It's the Ravens.
This guy.
The Ravens seeking revenge all offseason. We all remember Mark Andrews fumbling that 2-point conversion. I like the Ravens here. I like them big. I think they're going to pin it on Buffalo. They're going to make a statement to the AFC. They're going to make a statement to the NFL. Power ranking week 1, Ravens dominate. They move up the charts. I like the Ravens here, and I like them big. They were an underdog. The Sharps are all over them. I'm all over them. Lamar Jackson should have won MVP last year. He will win it this year, I believe, behind this team. I like the Ravens here.
By the way, I do have my Power 8 going into week 1.
I don't care about your Power 8, Power 5. I just like your hot seat coach 5 coaches.
Preseason Power 8 I will reveal after this.
In fact, with the Cowboys losing Rome, Brian Scheinheimer better be on your top 5 hot seat coaches.
Not
you better
yet,
be, bro.
They look pretty good today. They look pretty good, pretty competitive. I don't know. Cowboys might surprise us. Who knows? Or just be like the Saints last year.
We already know who Jason's got in this last game.
Yeah. All right. Vikings, Bears. So Vikings favored.
You can go first, Rome. I'll go first. You go second. We'll save the cup of tea for Jason.
Yeah, he'll take this up to an hour and a half. Vikings here by 1.5.
We got 4 minutes or 3.5 to get it in. Yeah. We're on the clock here.
Excessive talking about nothing. He's like a walking Jerry Seinfeld episode, Mr. Zinke, with the Bears. Sunday night football, prime time.
Monday night football.
Monday night. My bad. Monday night. New quarterback with the Vikings. Aaron, go ahead.
I'm going with the Bears, 1.5 point underdogs here at home. Give me the Bears all day. Disrespect at home against a quarterback that's not even taking a snap in the NFL, and you're going to pit them a favorite. It's Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson. I'm looking forward. I think it's going to be an ugly football game, honestly, to tell you the truth. Both defenses, I think, are going to be pretty good. Flores with that defense is going to be aggressive. He's going to put some pressure on Caleb. Hopefully, Caleb can keep the turnovers to none or at least one. And the Vikings, I don't trust JJ. I think they finished last in the division. They're going to regress. Ugly game, but I like the Bears to pull it out late. Typical Chicago fashion. But there'll be some moments there where we look at it and say they did some great things. But Ben Johnson goes to 1-0 as a head coach in the National Football League.
Nice. I'm kind of in agreement with you. This would be another stay away game. I think that'd be 4 for
Rome,
the week.
That's 5. I'm pretty sure. If Jason's keeping track of that, it was 4.5 on the over/under. I believe that's 5 because you came with Vikings, Bears, Texans, Rams. I think Bills, Ravens, and there was 2 before that. You're at least at 5.
Are you sure, Jason? Are you keeping track of this?
He's at 5. He knows he is.
You're at 5.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are full of shit, dude. I'm gonna replay this when I'm editing, and you guys are wrong. Yeah. I'm gonna shove it in your guys' face. All right. Or a game's getting clipped. Some on the under. Look, Bears have a tough schedule this year. It's going to be tougher than last year, and it sounds like Caleb Williams is finally getting the coaching that he did not get last year. It's going to be a lot of growing pains. I know I was up on the Bears before the season, potentially going, as potentially being like the second seed in the division, but just looking over the schedule again, and just what they have to go through the gauntlet in this division alone. They have to win this game just to get to 7 wins. Like, that's how tough their schedule is. I kind of want to edge my over on them now because it's going to be a tough year. It's going to be a long year. They have a lot of talent. We'll see how their coach is. He's ruffling a lot of feathers in Chicago. You hear both sides for the good, right? Change a lot of things. But this can be a tough game. I'm really curious because I haven't heard enough from the Vikings of how McCarthy's doing. I've seen very little plays. Same thing. The defense is loaded. They got a hell of a coach. I don't even know how the Vikings are going to do. They lost some guys. They lost their rah-rah guy and Sam Darnold, whether you liked him or not. It's so weird.
I'm pretty sure Addison's out for this game too for the Vikings, right? Suspended the first 3 games. So that's big. That's
what?
A big loss for them.
What do you do?
Was it driving under the influence or reckless driving or something related to that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Damn.
That's a big loss in this game.
Big loss. Yeah, well, that kind of helps it out. I think Bears start the year positive, get the victory here. Jaeson.
Well, I mean, you guys just assume that I would make this a clean sweep, and I would take the Bears plus 1.5. And you're damn right I'm going to take the Bears plus 1.5. This is a clean sweep. I got you there, Rome. I see what you
He
did.
put that old WWE heel move on you right there.
All right. You're looking left. I'm coming right with it, right across with it. All right. Yeah. You asked the question, Rome. Where is JJ McCarthy? All right. Where are we talking about him? I get ESPN and Fox Sports and everyone else telling me about Caleb Williams, about, he doesn't look good because he didn't throw to the net, but they don't show the stuff where
nail polish color.
Oh, yeah, we got these guys, the smart guys like Rome's talking about his nail polish, and everything else. And all this conversation about it. But guess what? Rookie season last year, plus 3,000, didn't turn the ball over with a coach who didn't know anything about offense, didn't get any preparation out there. And now you got the guy. I spent an entire year talking about Ben Johnson being the right coach. Is it going to look pretty in game one? Probably not. This is going to look, mid-season. And Rome, you're exactly right. Tough schedule this year. You said, how do they get to 7 games? Okay, it's going to be tough for them to get to 10 games, which is where I think they win from a win perspective this year. And yes, they do need to win games like this against the Vikings. The Vikings, regression this year. Had an awesome year last year, but everything was going their way last year. This year, doesn't go. But J.J. McCarthy, the huge wild card. All right. So if he comes out and balls out and they're just keeping this big secret that this guy's so good, but I don't think that's the case. I think there's no news about him on purpose because we saw him in the national championship game, and Jim Harbaugh didn't trust him in college to get the ball done. I don't know how you're going to see this in the pros. The Bears defense, I will say, the Bears defense goes a little bit too much on reputation of the Bears defense of old. I have questions about their pass rush and their ability to stop the run. So if Aaron Jones or Jordan Mason have good games in this game, won't be surprised. But if they step up and stop that will put a lot of pressure on J.J. McCarthy to do something that a strong Bears secondary can take advantage of. But on the offensive side of the ball, that is where you expect this team to improve. You saw great flashes in that first preseason game of what they can do with Loveland and Kmet on the field at both times. You have weapons with Odunze and Moore and Luther Burden if they get out there. It'll be interesting in this first game. I think Aaron's right. I think it's a sloppy mess. But at home, disrespect to the Bears. Give me plus 1.5. It's going to be a big W for Chicago to start the Ben Johnson era.
Yeah, I mean, to note, Jaeson said that the Bears struggle against the run. I think they're going to load the box. And, with Jordan Addison being out, they can double coverage Jefferson and then basically kind of man up on the other guys and make J.J. McCarthy prove that he can beat you. I agree. There's reasons. There's footage not going out. The secret isn't that he's been great. I think the secret is he's been mediocre. And this is a team that passed on Aaron Rodgers who wanted to go there. Maybe that was the right move. Maybe not. We're going to find out a lot of answers here in week one. But definitely disrespect the Bears, in my opinion. I have them favored by 1.5 too. So you're giving me points at home from a team that needs to win with all the hype and all the mojo that's going for them. And then you put the pressure on a rookie quarterback basically that's never played in JJ going on the road. At Michigan, he just turned around, like Jaeson said, and hand the ball off, and they get a big touchdown run. That defense was great. Bears, man, I love the Bears. They're in my top 5 picks this week.
You guys drinking that Archie Manning haterade? It sounds like the same rhetoric. I'm starting to see a pattern.
The Archie Manning haterade, that's a bestseller right now because that stuff's just 100% pure natural facts.
Listen, Rome, we're a Kendrick Lamar podcast, man. It's always been about love and hate, and I'm the biggest hater.
Oh, wow.
With that, you got to end the show right there, Rome.